What if the biggest betrayal in history was not Judas but another, less known one? Betrayal, the act of breaking or failing to keep an allegiance, trust, or confidence, has been a driving force in shaping our world. It's a dynamic thread running through the tapestry of human history, altering the course of empires, and forever changing the lives of those involved. Now, let's travel back in time to the era of the Roman Empire. Picture this. Rome, at the height of its power, seemingly invincible but not immune to the sting of treachery. And at the heart of this story is a man named Arminius. Arminius, a name perhaps not as familiar as Julius Caesar or Spartacus, but his actions had an impact that rippled through the centuries. His story is a fascinating blend of loyalty, strategy, and deception. So, who exactly was this man who outsmarted the mighty Romans? Let's dive into the intriguing tale of the betrayal of Arminius. Arminius, a man of Germanic origin, was taken by the Romans as a hostage when he was just a boy. A boy torn from his native land, Arminius was plunged into the heart of the Roman Empire. Imagine a young lad, his life uprooted, suddenly thrown into the grandeur of Rome. It must have been a culture shock to say the least. Raised as a Roman, Arminius was schooled in the ways of the empire. He was trained in Roman warfare, in strategy and tactics, and in the art of leadership. He was groomed to become a military leader, a task he performed with remarkable prowess. Arminius quickly rose through the ranks, earning the respect and trust of his Roman peers. He was the epitome of a model Roman citizen, or so it seemed. Yet beneath the polished Roman exterior, a storm was brewing. Arminius was a man caught between two worlds. On one hand, he had his roots in the Germanic tribes of his birth. On the other, he had the Roman life he had come to know and excel in. It was a delicate balance, a dance on a tightrope, and as he climbed the ladder of Roman society, the pull of his Germanic heritage grew stronger. Arminius was a man of two hearts. He had the heart of a Roman, shaped by years of immersion in the empire's culture and ways, but he also had the heart of a Germanic warrior, pulsing with the call of his ancestral roots. The conflict between the two was a constant companion, a shadow that followed him wherever he went. It was a struggle that would ultimately shape his destiny. The tipping point came when Arminius was appointed to a position of trust within the Roman Empire, a position that put him in direct contact with his Germanic kinsfolk. The pull of his roots became too strong to resist. His loyalty to Rome wavered, and the heart of the Germanic warrior within him stirred. And that's when Arminius started plotting one of the most audacious betrayals in history. Arminius, now a trusted Roman officer, used his position to orchestrate a devastating attack on the Roman legions. The stage was set in the dense, misty forests of Germania, in a place called Teutoburg. Arminius had convinced the unsuspecting Roman general Varus that a rebellion was brewing in the north. With the ruse of quelling the supposed uprising, Arminius led 3 Roman legions into an ambush. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest was a masterstroke of deception and strategy. Arminius had planned everything meticulously. The Romans, expecting a straightforward march through familiar territory, found themselves entrapped in a narrow, winding path, hemmed in by the impenetrable forest and marshy ground. The Germanic tribes, led by Arminius, emerged from the woods, catching the Romans off guard. The Romans, a formidable force in open battle, were ill-prepared for this kind of warfare. The result was catastrophic. The defeat was crushing. An estimated 20,000 Roman soldiers perished in the forest, a blow from which the Roman Empire never fully recovered. The loss sent shockwaves throughout the empire. The mighty Romans, who had conquered vast territories, were humiliated. The Emperor Augustus was said to have roamed his palace, wailing, "Varus, give me back my legions." But the impact of the betrayal went beyond the immediate loss. It marked a turning point in the Roman Empire's expansion. The Romans never again attempted to conquer the Germanic territories east of the Rhine River. This failure to expand further into Germania created a buffer zone that would later serve as a frontier during the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Arminius's betrayal was more than just a military defeat for Rome, it was a psychological blow that shattered the illusion of Roman invincibility. It was a stark reminder of the perils of misplaced trust and the pitfalls of arrogance. Arminius's betrayal not only changed the course of history but also taught the Romans a bitter lesson about trust and loyalty. But what became of Arminius, the man who dared to betray the Roman Empire? After his monumental betrayal, Arminius continued to lead his people, the Cherusci, in battles against the Romans. He proved to be a thorn in the side of the empire until his untimely death in the year 31 AD. Tragically, His end came not at the hands of the Romans but from his own people. In a bitter twist of fate, he was assassinated by fellow Cherushi who felt threatened by his power. Arminius's legacy is one of contradiction. In Germany, he's hailed as a national hero, a symbol of German unity and resistance against Roman imperialism. Yet, in the annals of Roman history, he's painted as a traitor, a turncoat who turned his back on the empire that raised him. These contrasting views remind us of the subjectivity of history. The hero of one tale can often be the villain of another. So, next time you think about the greatest betrayals in history, remember Arminius, the man who dared to defy the Roman Empire. If you like this video, please subscribe to History Hub for more fun content.